Welcome back to Lit Sports Online. It's another NFL season underway here. We're doing the spread predictions yet again. Getting the spreads from oddshark.com. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing this all season long. It's a series. We're going to keep it rolling. What's the first week looking like?
And we're going to kick it off with the NFL Super Bowl champions. Atlanta is traveling to Philly, who are the Super Bowl champions, where Philadelphia at home has a -5.5 spread. Who you got?
As much as I would want to pick Atlanta, that spread's just not wide enough. I mean, even if Carson Wentz is not playing week one, I mean, look, Philly's at home. You're talking less than a touchdown here. It's an easy pick, Philly.
Yeah, Philly's fucking hyped, dude. Like, I mean, the preseason probably hasn't been the best for them. Nick Foles getting banged up here and there. But, I mean, honestly, whether or not Nick Foles is a starter, whether or not Carson Wentz is a starter, Philly's got this. I'm going Philly. Next up, our first Sunday game, Tampa Bay travels to New Orleans, where New Orleans has a -7 spread at home.
Again, just not wide enough a spread. I'm going with New Orleans. You got to remember, Jameis Winston's suspended. And it's a home game for the Saints. And the Saints have improved their defense in the offseason. It's just, of all the ones to bet on, that might be the one, honestly. New Orleans -7.
Yeah, I got Drew Brees having a fucking field day this week. And Cameron, he's going to take it to the house multiple times. I think New Orleans, seriously, is for sure the winners this week. Next up, we have Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Minnesota, where Minnesota is -5.
Well, I think I know what you're picking here, but I'm going to go with Minnesota with the -5 because, honestly, I got Jimmy G and the 49ers getting a little shell-shocked in week one. I don't think they're going to have the same magic we saw towards the end of last year for this opening week.
I got you shutting the hell up because Jimmy G's going to ride that wave all the way to another victory this weekend in Minnesota. Plus, for the sake of my fantasy team, he has to do good.
Sure you don't want to put your backup quarterback in?
Nope. No, but I forget who I even have, honestly. Next up, the game I'm looking forward to. Buffalo travels to Baltimore, where Baltimore is a -3 at home.
Okay, never mind. This is the one you want to bet on. Baltimore -3. This is child's play. Who made these spreads? I mean, come on, Buffalo. Who are they going to roll out a quarterback? Is it going to be Josh Allen? Is it going to be McCarron? Look, this team is going to get toasted going into the M&T Bank Stadium. I'm going with the Ravens.
No question. The Ravens are going to have a fucking field day this weekend. I'm excited. Football's back. I'm really excited for this one. I think Joe Flacco, honestly, given the season he had last year, now that I honestly think he has some competition behind him for a starting job. I think he's going to go off. I think he's going to have a great season. And I think that defense is, I mean, they've been putting pieces in there. And I'm just excited to see what happens. And we're probably going to see a pretty wide spread this weekend against Buffalo, honestly.
Should be wider than it is now, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know where that -3 came from. Whatever. Disrespect. Next up, Jacksonville travels to New York to take on the Giants, where the Giants have a +3 at home.
This is tough because, I mean, I think about the Jaguars, if they had a weakness on their defense last year, it was more getting running the ball against them. Their pass defense is really scary. Giants do have Saquon, but I don't know, man. That's just a +3. I'm going to go with the Jaguars, D, and take Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars, too. I think this is going to be a welcome to the NFL game for Saquon. I think he's going to have a really good career in the NFL. I have no doubts. But Jacksonville's defense is just scary. I mean, reminiscent of, like, the great defense, the 2000 Ravens defense. You know, defenses of the past. I think the Jaguars, for sure, are going to show up. And I'm not convinced on Eli Manning still. I'm still not convinced on him. And I don't see him passing against that defense. Do you?
No way.
Exactly.
And I think they need more than just a top draft pick at running back to really blow this game open.
Exactly. Next up, we have Houston traveling to New England to take on the Patriots, where the Patriots are a negative 6.5 at home. What do you got?
This is tough. I remember. I remember. Was it last year where like we all thought the Chiefs were going to get toasted, and then they came out on top?
Yeah.
I mean,
this is the same situation.
Oh man, this is tough. I'll go with New England. I'll go with New England with -6.5 because
safe. You're being safe.
To me, it's more safe pick. I mean, it is not. You're not even talking a full 7 points here on the spread. So, I think Tom Brady and company can get a touchdown win on Houston.
I think this is the beginning of the Patriots' decline until they can. I don't know. I think this is just a decline from the beginning of the descent. I'm going with Houston, honestly. I think we were dumb to pick the Patriots last season in the season opener, and I'm not going to make that same mistake. I think Houston for sure could actually do some damage against New England. Deshaun Watson's back. Hopefully he plays at the level he was playing at last season before he got injured. Sky's the limit. And who's the Patriots defense, really? Let's be honest here.
That's true. I mean, it's no slam dunk, but
Yeah.
but I am still going to take New England here.
It's going to be a good game, though. But, I'm going to go with Houston. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Miami, where Miami has a +1.5. Wow, why so close?
I don't know. I mean,
disrespectful to the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Titans. I mean, look, hey, I'm starting Kenny Stills in fantasy against Chris week 1, but still, that's no reason to pick the Dolphins.
Speaking of which, where is Chris? Where is Chris? Who knows? Hope you're safe, buddy.
But yeah, I mean, Titans clearly have the better team, I think, coming into this year. And Devontae Parker's got a broken finger, so I mean.
Yeah. And who the hell's quarterback in Miami? I'm going to Titans. I think, honestly, this should be an easy one. This spread is disrespectful. Seriously. Next one, I don't know. Might be a little disrespect here, too. Next up, Cincinnati travels to Indianapolis to take on Andrew Luck and the Colts. The Colts have a -1.5 at home.
It's the question of, is Andrew Luck ready to play? He did actually play in preseason, so Colts defense is still some booty, though. So, I mean, you never know. Joe Mixon could have a field day here.
Yeah.
I'll still go with the Colts. I'm going to give that offense the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Bengals. I mean, they are flash in the pan at times, but, I mean, the spread's way too small to go against the Colts. And Andrew Luck, if he is 100% for that Sunday game, I have no reason why the hell they would ever lose.
Plus, we know that Dalton doesn't usually do well on opening week.
Dalton's trash. I see him probably getting replaced within the next 2 years. That's just my theory. I don't know. But next up, we have Pittsburgh traveling to Cleveland, where Cleveland has a +6.5. And honestly, looking at this game, this is where we've been talking in the preseason. Cleveland could be scary. Cleveland at home, even.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I'm going to say Pittsburgh wins, but not by a full touchdown. Let's go with Cleveland +6.5.
I think Pittsburgh gets a little bit of a nightmare here. I don't think they're going to lose, but I obviously think they're going to win, but it's going to be a buster of a game. Like, jeez, the Browns are scary now, man. They're a threat, I think. Now, it is still the Browns culture, which we know is trash. But again, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh, but I don't think that Pittsburgh is gonna walk out with a really impressive victory here. Sorry, Alex.
Ben Roethlisberger has won more games.
Oh, shut up!
Cleveland quarterback.
Whatever, man. Anyways, next up we have Kansas City traveling to LA to take on the Chargers, where the Chargers are -3 at home. You gonna go with your boy Patrick?
No, I'll go with the Chargers because I think that they have the more complete team. The defense on the Chargers side is way better than the Chiefs' defense. At least that's what I expect coming into this year. This could end up being a bit of a shootout, though, anyway, because I do expect big things from the Chiefs' offense. But I think overall the edge should go to the Chargers here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely going to Chargers. I think that pass rush is going to be the difference maker. And a young Patrick Mahomes back there, I think it's going to frazzle him a little bit. I don't know. I think if they can contain him, it's a wrap. Next up, we have Washington traveling to Arizona, where it's a straight pick 'em. Arizona, Washington. Who you got?
I'll go with Arizona. Arizona's the home team in this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Arizona. I mean, I think Bradford, while healthy, can actually put together a decent game. I mean, David Johnson's back. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of reason to like Washington here, personally.
I'm going to actually go with Washington. I think a more experienced Alex Smith is going to be the difference maker, honestly.
Oh, I don't think so.
You're high. Whatever. Yeah, I'm going to go with Washington. Outside of Alex Smith, I don't have any other reason, but yeah, we're just going to go with that.
Let's see what Adrian Peterson can do in his new team.
Oh, shit, I forgot about him. It's about 5 years too late for him, honestly. Next up, we have Seattle traveling to Denver, where Denver is -1 at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Denver. Again, this is a team I'm really high on coming in this year because they're much improved.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year.
Especially on the offensive side of the ball with the new quarterback. And I think their defense takes a small step up, too, with the Bradley Chubb pick. So, the Seahawks do have Russell Wilson. He can make some things happen, but we know that Seattle defense is on the decline, and they're not improving their offensive line either. So I'm going with Denver in the Mile High Stadium.
For those exact reasons, Denver. I mean, Seattle is not putting the pieces together to build another Super Bowl winning team. And until they do that, they're going to suffer. I mean, again, the defense, as we know, on the decline. They've lost so many stars on that defense. It's not even funny. In Denver, I think they are up and coming. They're making the moves that they need to make. So I'm going with Denver at home. Next up, we have Dallas travels to Carolina to take on the Panthers, where the Panthers are -2.5 at home.
I'm going to go with the Panthers here because I think that in this type of scenario, I mean, Cowboys are playing away. I think Christian McCaffrey could have a field day on this mediocre defense that the Cowboys have. I don't expect it to be a blowout for Carolina, but I definitely see them winning enough to cover that spread.
I think it's going to be a dogfight, to say the least. I mean, I think there's going to be some explosion from Ezekiel Elliott here and there, but I think Carolina has the better quarterback. I don't trust Dak Prescott. I think Cam Newton's a way better quarterback. He's definitely a lot more athletic, in my opinion. And again, like you said, Christian McCaffrey can catch out of the backfield and run just as well. So I think, honestly, the Panthers are going to take the win, and I think they're going to cover that spread. Next up, Chicago travels to Green Bay to take on the Packers, and the Packers, of course, are at -8 at home because it's the Bears.
Give me the Bears +8.
Oh, you're high. What the fuck?
You can call me high, but look, it's a.
What are you talking?
Listen to me, goddammit.
Are you serious?
The Bears aren't. They may not make playoffs this year, but they're going to be much improved from last year. And it's a +8 spread. They can lose by a touchdown, and I still win this. Give me Chicago all day. And where the hell did Jordy Nelson go? Oh, that's right, he left to the Raiders. We've already know Aaron Rodgers doesn't like his receivers. I mean, unless they sign Des Bryant. I mean, no, give me the Chicago Bears on this. +8.
I'm going to split that difference and trust in the GOAT, Aaron Rodgers. What the hell are you talking about?
It's a +8.
All right,
it's a division rivalry.
In terms of the spread, yeah, you make a good point. But I'm going to ask you a question. This is outside of the pick, our spreads. Who would you have winning? Do you actually see the Bears?
Well, the Green Bay's obviously the safer pick to win, but I don't think they're going to get beaten by more than a touchdown.
I just want to know your brain was on right. I just want to make sure. But yeah, I'm going Green Bay. I don't care what the spread is. Well, it's -8. Yeah, I could see the Green Bay getting that. That's not a question. What the hell's wrong?
Okay.
You're a crackhead. Next up, the New York Jets travel to Detroit to take on the Lions, where they are -5.5. Detroit is a -5.5 at home.
6.5, actually.
6.5, my apologies.
6.5.
Blind as a bat.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm going with Detroit. Not that we need to bring up fantasy again, but I am starting the Detroit defense week 1. I just think the Jets are at that point where no matter who their quarterback is coming into week 1, I think it's going to be a little shaky for them. There's not a whole lot to like about the Jets here. I definitely think they can be beaten by a touchdown in this game.
Yep, same with me. I think Detroit, honestly, is just the more put-together team. I think the Jets really don't even know who's flying the plane at this point. But we'll see in weeks to come how they pan out. I mean, of course, They have to take on the Patriots twice a year, so it probably won't make it to the playoffs, obviously. But Detroit honestly is the better team in this situation. To cover it by 6.5, I don't see that as a problem.
Not at all.
Next up, in our second Monday night, because that was the first Monday night game, the second Monday night game, the late one at 10:20. I am not staying up for that one. I have to work in the morning.
But I might have to.
Of course you are, because when the hell are you ever going to see the Rams on the East Coast? Your LA Rams travel to Oakland, and it is a straight pick'em game. I think this is obvious.
Well, I'm going with the Rams. Look, I'm not scared of John Gruden. I'm not scared of the Raiders. I think this whole thing with Raiders brought John Gruden back. He's going to save their franchise. John Gruden isn't really that great of a coach. I mean, yes, he has a Super Bowl to his name. That's great and all, but you're coming back in a different era, bud. You're just a replacement level coach, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? No, Raiders are going to suck one in this game. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Shots fired, dude. Yeah, I'm going with the Rams. Rams, I just think they're the better team, honestly. Normally I would pick against them just to piss you off, but no, I'm going with the Rams. So that does it for our Week 1 NFL games. Again, we're excited. This is our third year doing this now, our third season. Got a lot of new stuff coming to you. So don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Take care.